let's say good evening here. So anybody watching my YouTube channel, welcome to African Nerd. Actually, here we talk about African history, African culture, tradition, our roots, about African facts. So as we proceed on this video, just kindly like, subscribe, and share this video. Like you liking this video is very very crucial. And make sure you subscribe to this video. Actually, today we'll be talking about the Batas, like who are the Batas, just like the color we talked last week. We talked about the colored Africans, who are the colored. So today, so on South Africa, we touching other tribes just as I promised to. So who are the Batas? The Batas are actually people of mixed African race. They are people of the French, the Dutch origin, who actually evolved during the 16th, who actually came to Africa during the 16th, 17th, and 18th century. These guys are actually very, very related to the Oil people, the Nama people, and let's say people of South African black, let's say people of black origin in South Africa, like people of African origin in South Africa, and also people of the Greek, I don't know how to like pronounce the word very, very well. So these guys actually evolved during the late 18th century. That's about the late 18th century. That's around the year 1872 when they had their own independence. But they came into existence at around the year 1865. Then these guys actually where you can find them mostly, you can find them in Namibia. Yes, present day Namibia. But due to frequent migration, another place where you can actually find this is Angola. That's the Angola region of Africa. Yeah. So these guys actually involved due to interbreeding. Actually, when you cause we talk about the word bata, bata actually means crossbreed. That are people who are crossbreed between the Dutch and the African um, community, like cross between the Dutch and the whites, the Africans and the whites. So these guys, the word bata, that's Basters, but I actually want to call them the actual word because I actually don't like me calling people that. So let's prefer call them crossbreed or interbreed, people of that are being crossbreed. So these guys are actually people who are very very or very very of close relation to the white, like very closely related to the white, just like we have the colored people. And the word is actually a Dutch word. The patas is actually a Dutch word. When it translates, it means crossbreed. So these guys are actually people who are very very closely related to the white, like after the whites. And say South Africa, yo, we are talking about South Africa. These guys are very very closely related to the whites. Like when after the whites, another people who are very very closely related to the white after the colors, like they are really the Batas. Let's even say the Batas are actually the one who are more closely related to them. These people are with the current statistics. Let's say they range between the 55,000 to 60,000. That's where you can find them, and you actually find them reboot in Namibia. I also find in the capital of Manila, that's Windhoek. So these guys actually, when these have been around during the time of the British, the Dutch, and the German autonomy, when they've been around, during those time, during the time of the colonization of the Dutch, the British, and the Germans. So actually, this guy fought their independence, decided to be independent during the year 1872. Yes. So when they came to the independence 1872, they later actually due to they later let's say they later got the after their independence 1872, uh, they migrated. Let's say during after year 1872, in the year 19, 1990, during the independence of Namibia, yes, These particular guys actually lost their independence due to the fact that in the year 1991, due to the fact that the Namibian government cancelled their independence, because these guys actually were residing in the region of Namibia. Yes, they migrated up north. Yes, from the northwest of South Africa to the uh, to Namibia. That's what you call group boots today, and they actually live in a land of 14.2.21 acres of land. Yeah, that's where you can find them. And the reason why they actually migrated to Namibia was due to the fact that they were having clashes with their white neighbors and their foreign neighbors when they were in northwest of Africa, doing that Cape, that around the Cape area. So they started to migrate north until they got to Namibia. But when they got to Namibia, actually, these guys actually displaced. They displaced the Nama people, which I will be talking about later, probably this month. No, probably next month or this month. Let's say this month or next month. These guys actually the displaced Mana people. But when we are talking about them being closely related to any African community, the African community you actually say these guys are more or closely related to. You can say they are closely related to the Nama people, yeah, to the fact that their white ancestors in the 1617 and 1870 actually made an interbreeding with them, with the blacks community in the so that's including and the Nama people. So when it comes to African origin, these guys are more related to the Khoi, the Croatian tribe, and also to the Nama tribe actually. So back then, let me just add a little tip of this because there's not really much to see about them. And before I add it, let's go back to when I said in the year 1991 they actually lost their independence due to the fact that their land they own were reclaimed by the Namibian government. When it was being reclaimed by the Namibian government, the government was like, you guys lost your independence. Well, in the year 1993, the courts ruled, like they ruled in their favor. So after that, and they got their independence briefly until the year 1995, where they lost their independence again due to the fact that their independence was cancelled due to the court rule that was in favor of the government. But during the early 2000, the late 20th century, they actually made an agreement with the Namibian government that they want to exist, have their independence, not that have their independence as a nation, but actually have their independence as a local community. Don't forget to like this video, as a local community, which will be in Namibia. So they have their independence just at the local level, just like other local community will also have their independence in Namibia. So they can be recognized. So when it comes to when it comes to like describing them, you can describe them as a set of people, a minority tribe who are about 50 to 55 to 60,000 as at the year of 2023, who actually who actually a tribe of 555,000 people, I mean, to 6,000 people who have their independence at a local level, which reside in Namibia. So they are let's say the tribe being closely related to the white in Africa, refer to them, those are the Batas people. And during the 18th, 19th century, the whites actually see them like, yo, they are trusted uh, counterparts. And when it comes to people they can actually trust the most, they refer to the what are they calling the Batas people as people they trust the most. So they put these people in charge of slaves, and they also put them into some certain position in order to help them monitor their businesses back then. So that's what we have today on the Batas people. So on Tuesday, let's say on Monday or Tuesday, with making a little diversion to uh, the Nigerian June 12th. What does June 12th, when we refer to June 12th, what does it refer to in the Nigerian public holiday? Why does Nigeria actually, as a country, celebrate the day June 12th every day? So I would like you guys to stay tuned. Kindly like, kindly subscribe, kindly refer people to this channel, because on this channel we base mostly on African history, just as I said, African facts, African culture, African tradition, and our roots as Africans. So you guys, my fellow Africans, or my fellow people who are actually white, being interested in African history, kindly like this video, kindly subscribe, kindly share, and I want to hear your comment. If you have any questions about these people, you guys will be, your questions will be answered down there in the comments. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.